Hi guys, it's me Nadine, back at you with another video. So today's video I wanted to do something different. I wanted to start a new series on my channel called Speak Up, and this will allow me to talk about topics that I really care about, kind of help us with like life advice, or even like topics like with current events such as feminism, voting, different pharmaceutical, big pharma kind of things. So I watch a lot of conspiracy theories, and I thought this would be a good outlet for me to, start the conversation, have the discussion rolling, and y'all can comment below and we can just, talk about it. In this video of Speak Up, I wanted to talk about how to break up with friends. A lot of the time, people don't really tell you about breaking up with friends. When you have those like kind of friendship relationships, you really never think of breaking up because you just don't, right? Breaking up is supposed to be for a girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife. But now that I'm in my mid-20s, I know for certain that friendships don't last that long. And you should always keep on holding to the friendships that stay strong. I know my best friend, I've known her since I was 3 years old. So I'm so thankful to have somebody in my life, that I've known so long that really has been there through and through. So stay tuned as I, give you some advice on how to break up with friends. It's hard, especially in your mid-20s, to know who your real friends are because you've gone now through high school, college, and now, you're starting to get into the work field, and it's really hard to figure out who your real friends are, who's gonna be there for you, and who's gonna, defend you when people start talking mess about you. So recently I've been really just like dropping friends and trying to really, sit down and figure out who my real friends are, because after, a breakup or something, the lines are really blurred to see who your real friends are, because some people who you thought were friends were only your friends during that, relationship or that time in your life. So I put together like a little guide into finding out who your real friends are. That's really helped me throughout these kind of like difficult times. Sometimes you're gonna think that people are your friend and they'll, hang around and stick up for you, but when it comes to it, their actions speak louder than words, and who they defend and who they support really means a lot. So if they're not supporting you and they're supporting the people that are against you, then why would you want to be their friend? Why would you want to keep that negative energy around you? I'm all about the law of attraction, and what you put out is what you get. And so in order to be the best person I want to be, I want to have a supporting cast of people that are really going to stick up for me and be with me in good times and in bad. Number one on my list is always remember that the friendship is a two-way street. This is really, really important. I've always been that type of friend that, texts more or calls more than the other person, and I get really upset because I feel like people can put the same effort that I put into relationships, and I get, very concerned or very disappointed with the friendships that I've been making recently because they haven't been two-way streets. I feel like I put a lot more of the effort, and most of the time when you're putting a lot more of the effort, it's because you're the one who probably cares more about the friendship and the other person doesn't really care. So my advice about the whole, if you're the one who calls more or you're the one who, tries to hang out with the person more, I advise you to go, bring it up to them, talk to them. Why don't you call me as much as I call you? It's a really good question to ask because really, when you're examining your friendships, you want to see who the people are there that actually want to hang out with you, not the whole group. I guess another thing that I wanted to add to that is that, when it's not a two-way street and you always feel like you're putting much more of the effort forward, is that fake friends are the ones that are wanting to take advantage of you, right? They're the ones that always need you for something. So always pay attention to if they're communicating with you also. Is it only in their time of need? That's another really good question to ask yourself. Secondly, another good trick that I've learned in order to see if somebody's your true friend is to tell them something like secretive or in confidence and see who it spreads to. I have done this just very recently and have been completely surprised of the results of this and who actually kept their word versus who did not. And it actually, took me aback and made me realize that the people that sometimes I thought were more true friends than the other are actually the fake friends, and not the real ones, or the ones that you can, you want a friend that will keep your secret. I mean, that's kind of like the basis of friendship, is honesty, respect, loyalty, right? Number 3 is something that is really hard to come to terms with when you're examining your friends and your relationships in your life, is that, you're gonna lose friends by doing this, by, weeding out the people who aren't real, and you just have to be okay with it. And you just have to know that after this process, you're gonna have a very strong supporting cast that will support you in any time of need you should so desire. Financial, mental, emotional, even physical support. You want friends that you can call in a time of need, and you also want to be there for those friends. So if you feel like you can't be there for somebody you call a friend, do them a favor and just step back from the friendship. At the end of the day, these people, because they don't put forth the effort, you can't trust them with your secrets, you don't really need them in your life. And no matter how popular they may seem on the outside, it's better to have very close friends that you can talk to instead of being in this popular group that people so desire all the time. My number 4 advice goes kind of back to what I was saying before, is it's basic math. So this earth, this space that we're living in, is a very negative space, right? And it's up to you as a person to be positive, right? But you want the positivity to outweigh the negativity in your environment. So it's basic math, right? A negative plus a negative will always equal a negative. A negative space plus a positive person will, cancel out. So you really want those people that, even if you're living in a negative, world, I'm pretty cynical, so that's why I say that. You need just like this budding positivity of everybody that you surround yourself with, so that you can overcome the negativity and all the negativity that you're predisposed to already living on Earth. So, it's just, when it comes down to it, basic math. So, if you're going through this list of advice and you still can't decide if this person's a real friend or a fake friend, I would just go and talk to them. There have been friends that I've been like, well, sometimes they act this way, and then sometimes, they're really nice to me, and sometimes they're pretty shady to me. So, I would just confront them and say, I've been feeling that your actions have not really shown me what it's like to be a real friend. And I wonder, what's the deal here? I think, a lot of people don't like to confront people, but I think in order to get anywhere in life, you must be able to, have the confidence to confront. They're your friends, so you need to talk to them when you're feeling like, oh, maybe they don't call enough, or if they don't put much effort in the relationship, you are at the end need to decide, is this friend worth keeping or it's not. I hope you like my first video in this series called Speak Up, where I'm going to be tackling all these different kinds of topics and giving you advice on what I think of them. So if you like this new series, please give a like and comment below on, just let me know about your life and what kind of friendships or relationship issues you've been dealing with. I really want to know. And don't forget to find me on my social media sites, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see you next time with another video. Is this Naked Advanced Aloe Cream. Ooh, that sounds good.